Marriage is a bond, a covenant between a man and a woman before God and all of heaven, where the vow is made to love for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, and until death do you part. But what do you do when the worst happens? When the covenant is broken and shattered by infidelity, and you find your whole life shaken, turned upside down, and a pain so inconceivable it's even hard to bear. What you thought to be a long life of happiness, companionship, and family has now turned into a single-parent home with children whom you have to raise without their father readily present. Shame wraps around you like a serpent, echoing the voices and the whispers of many who shared their opinion of what happened and what is happening to your family. As your children go astray, become rebellious, emotionally wounded and distant, your whole life is affected, and now what used to be called ours is marginalized and separated. You find finances even taking a nosedive, as it seems you're just living to survive, to help keep a roof over your head and take care of your children. You see, that is the greatest attack on families from Satan, to remove the covering of the father over his children, because it is the father who is called to raise up and teach the children. For I've chosen him so that he will teach his children and his household after him to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is right and just, so that the Lord will bring about for Abraham what he has promised him. Genesis 18:19. This was not a promise just for Abraham, but for all men. When you have fatherless children, you have souls who are deeply wounded and crippled even, affecting every area of their life as they seek out a father's love, acceptance, and honor, and everything else to fill that keen void in their hearts. But you have a Father in heaven who is a father to the fatherless and a defender of the orphans and widows, and more importantly, a healer of the brokenhearted. Psalm 68:5, verses 6. You have contemplated divorce as you think of what to do next, as regret, bitterness, resentment take a hold of your heart, and you pray and pray, asking the Lord to help you to forgive. You regain your peace again, and although you both are on good terms with one another, you can never see yourself coming back together because the pain and the mistrust is too deep. As others have prayed telling you to not give up on this marriage or on this man, because God still has plans for you too. Do you see what God has put together? No man, even you or Satan, cannot separate. Marriage is the story of the cross, and in our pain we can easily forget that we too have been unfaithful to the Lord. We too have lusted after other lovers. We too have rejected his advances and betrayed him time and time again with our own selfishness. But he never gives up. He never writes our divorce decree. Rather, he says, love is stronger and restores. How could I give you up or deliver you up, my beloved one? How could I treat you as a harlot? My heart is overwhelmed. My pity is stirred. I will not give vent to my blazing anger. I will not destroy you, for I am God and not a man, the Holy One present among you. Hosea 11, verses 8 through 9. And now He calls you to do the same.
Oh, my beloved Queen, truly that is who you are to me. That name was fitting for you when your mother called you that, because I gave it. Look at what we created together when you said yes to your spouse. You said yes to me. Not a single one of your prayers have fallen to the ground. No, not one. Not a single one of your sacrifices have fallen to the ground. No, not one. Not a single one of your tears have fallen to the ground, my beloved one. No, not one. Although it seemed you have been going in circles, you are right where I want you to be, in my love and in my mercy. For I have sustained this family and will continue to do so as long as you continue to say yes. You have not been forgotten by me, but the trials I allowed were for your greater good and that of your children, so that they might know me. You see, even then I had answered your prayers from long ago, that your children would live for me. How else can they live for me if they have not experienced my deliverance, experienced my love, and experienced my resurrection power in their lives? All your sufferings were precious gifts from heaven. My beloved daughter, today I come to take away the shame that has ensnared you from moving forward. Shame of what happened, shame of what others have said about you, shame of your ignorance, shame of where you live, shame, shame, shame. That has been the greatest weapon the enemy has used all your life. But I come to sever these cords and tell you I am not ashamed of you. What I allowed is means of a greater testimony you will someday share. What others have said about you will wash away from your soul as I bring a refreshing dew from heaven to cleanse you. You have perceived yourself as ignorant, but I call you simple and humble. You have desired a new address, but I have been transforming this home into a house of prayer. My beloved one, I am nowhere near done with you yet. Don't fear coming close. Don't fear hearing my voice, for I yearn to talk to you as I did with Moses, face to face. Today I come to say thank you. Thank you for giving me these children. Thank you for not giving up hope. Thank you for teaching my children the way they should go. For as you see now, they didn't depart from it. Thank you for every sacrifice. Thank you for mothering these souls and the many more who will come to thank you in heaven you do not even know of. I am proud of you. Your mother is proud of you, and she is with me. However, I have never left you motherless. I now want you to receive my mother as your mother. I say you are my beloved, in whom I am well pleased. But it is time to let these precious ones into my beloved fatherly hands and entrust their lives to me. For I have great plans in store for you, if you would let go. Let them fly, and you come to me. A season of restoration is coming to you, my beloved. Healing and increase of your faith like never before. You are not alone, and I am about to open your eyes, spiritually and physically, that greater are with you than those against you. My beloved one, don't fear intimacy with me. Come, your daddy is speaking.